Alrighty, guys, and welcome back. It's going to be a little bit different today.
Yeah.
We're going to be kind of in the style of a podcast a little bit here.
I like it.
We're playing over the top of Uncharted 4. I'm going to just say this real quick. I have not played this yet.
But he's played the beginning.
Yeah,
So talking over it isn't going to be too much story ruined.
And honestly, if you're concerned about watching this, we don't really care if you're watching it out. We just want you to listen.
Right.
And so we have...
Put us on in the background.
I've been uploading a lot, but I haven't really... Joe and I haven't been together in a while, so this is just kind of a refresher to see what we've been
just
doing.
to catch up. Hey, how you doing?
So, Joe, I'm going to pass the question to you. So, what have you been doing lately?
I just got a new job working at GameStop a couple months ago. So that's good. I'm a manager there.
Wait. Can I ask, what do I want? Any of this?
You want not lock on aim. You want that off. Camera assist off.
Yeah,
you're good. Yeah, that's all like easy mode stuff.
So,
but yeah. So working at GameStop, it's great. Working with video games, things that I love, whatever. And then as far as what I've been playing and anything like that,
what have you been watching? Movies? What have you been playing? Music? What have you been up to? I feel like we haven't talked in a while. I know. It was just like a few weeks ago, but I feel like it was short.
Yeah, very. I don't know. I've been playing a lot more Nintendo.
Yeah? What have you been playing on Nintendo?
I've been playing Splatoon a lot, because they just announced Splatoon 2.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be cool for the Nintendo Switch.
And we have a video on that, don't we?
We do have a video of Splatoon. We do. So that was good.
I actually have never even, I watched our video, and I know it was multiplayer. Is that all it is?
So there is a story mode, and there's 26 chapters, and it's like, you remember Mario on N64? You would run around
Super
and
Mario,
jump. Yeah, you would
collect
jump through the
coins.
paintings. Yeah, and you had to get the stars at the end of everything. So it's like that where you just run through the story and you run through the level, and then when you get to the end of the level, there's this thing, I forget what it's called, but it's some electric fish, and it essentially is the star.
Okay.
And you have to fight a boss and whatever. You get there, you get the fish, and that's the end of the level. So there's 26 levels.
Just keep talking.
There's 26 levels and all that. And at the end, you fight the big boss, who's the Bowser character.
At the end of every level, or
at the end of all 26. Okay. So you get to the end, fight him, whatever. That's the story mode. And then what's cool is it's one of the few games that Amiibo actually mattered.
Yeah, and
so. Go ahead.
Well, that's what I always thought was weird about Amiibos was I don't say
they never did anything.
But,
so Amiibo were cool because they were cool just to collect, because Nintendo's never made really awesome figures of their stuff. So the fact that I was able to get a Metroid figure and a Link figure and a Zelda figure and Mario and Luigi and all these cool characters that I love was really neat. But then you have in the games, all the only ones they would be used for was Super Mario.
Yeah.
Or I mean, not Super Mario, but Super Smash Brothers, and you could train up your fighters, and then the draw was if you had one, you could train up your Marth fighter. I could train up my Mario fighter, each get them to level 50, place them down, and then they would fight each other.
Okay.
And it's making your action figures fight each other, except on the TV.
That's kind of cool.
And that's kind of cool. But no one ever did that.
But there was no in-game at first.
Yeah, it didn't do anything. The way you trained them was you would train them. So I'd put in my level 1 Mario, and I'd go in as the player, fight my Mario. He would learn how to play. By the time he got to level 50, he was someone who's playing for Evo, the actual fighting tournaments. That's how good they would get. That's how good they would get.
Right.
So so that was what the Smash ones is, but the Splatoon ones gave you certain levels. You would stick on, say you put on the Inkling Boy guy, he'd unlock challenges where you'd have to replay the story mode, some of the missions in the story mode, but you would have to use a certain weapon. And you had to use his thing, I think, is the ink roller, which is the big paint roller.
Yeah.
And so that's what you had to do to play, to do that. So you have to fight all 9 of those challenges, or however many there are, 19 or whatever. And
I was like, whoops.
You're about to get cut up.
Yeah.
And so you fight all those different challenges, and then at the end of 3, they're all tiered in 3. At the end, you have a special challenge, and then you unlock a piece of armor.
Okay.
So then you could run through, and you would put on the special armor, go into multiplayer. Someone would see that you have the ancient squid armor or whatever, and be like, oh, that dude has the amiibo, and he beat the challenge.
Okay.
And so that's what they did. Put it unlocked almost an entire second run of story mode.
Oh. Okay.
And so that was really cool. It gave you a reason to go back and, replay story mode. So that was cool. So I've been going through doing that a lot, and then as far as PS4, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy because that just came out.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that game?
I really like it.
It looks kind of weird. You're like on like a road trip or something.
Yeah. So literally, this game has been in development for 10 years.
Yeah, I know it. Like.
And so it was originally called Final Fantasy Versus 13. Like whatever, everybody knows that story. Who cares?
That was just like an MMO sort of.
No. So they held off and made the MMO, and like this same team. So the team who made this is the team that made Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
So they made Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2 on PS2. Final Fantasy X came out. 10-2 came out on PS2. And then 11 was an online MMO on PS2, and it was whatever. And then 12 came out, and that was a story game. And then after 12 was this one called Versus 13. Okay. And then they had actual 13, which was the super shitty one on Xbox 360 and PS3 that no one liked. And then this came out, was called Versus 13, and it was going to be just a different story, like different everything. Took forever, got canceled, got delayed, got all this, like literally went through all the problems it could possibly go through. Came to the end. Game finally came out just this past year, in November. And I think it did really, really well.
Okay.
It's super fun. It's exactly what I want, where it's just like side mission. It's like any open world game, like The Witcher or like Mass Effect, like anything. And what's great is that the menu system is like Mass Effect in that it just gives you like your big list and it says, hey, here are your side quests. Click them, it takes you on the map. You can go there, do your side quest, checks it off. Okay. And that's what I loved about Mass Effect. I literally would go through and do all the side missions, and that was super cool. So I've been playing that, that's good, and then been playing The Last Guardian, which...
So I heard that was
And it was, and that was the other game that's been in development for like 8 or 9 years. That was supposed
to be PS3.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a PS2 game. It was supposed to be the end of the PS2 after Shadow of the Colossus came out on PS2, and I loved that game. That's one of the best games ever.
Yeah, that is.
That game was super fun, and then this was like the sequel, but not really. Just made by the same team. And so that game finally came out and played that, and that's a much more linear game, so I was able to kind of speed through that one. Played that, and that was good, and oh my god, the end of that game had me crying. Like, it is
I did hear that.
It is one of the best told stories I've ever played in a video game. Yeah. And there's, like, no dialogue at all.
I was going to say, like, what I heard was that, like, it didn't quite live with the hype, but it was still very good.
Yeah, so the story was awesome, but the gameplay felt very, very much like a PS2 game.
Yeah, that's what
it felt like a PS2 game. It looked great. It looked like a PS4 game. The story was beautiful. They did such a good job writing it. But the way you played is that, like, to jump was the triangle button. When was the last time you used triangle to jump?
Yeah.
The PS2. Like, it was the PS2 games.
Like, X has been...
X has been jump, like, always.
Yeah.
And then,
I think Call of Duty, for that.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. And so it's like, those games kind of paved the way for, like, it's always, like games have, like, an understood control scheme for the most part, Yeah. Like, if you want to jump on Uncharted, you're going to hit X.
To jump,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. And, like, square is always your action button. When you need to do something, it's going to be square. Exactly. Yeah. And so, like, they just have, like, a thing that they're all the same, you know? And so...
just that, like you said, like, that understanding.
So, like, you just press X to vault there. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that goes. But anyway, so that... Whatever, you can get over that. Like, it's the controls of the game. It's fine. Like, plenty of games control. Fine. Then the only other issue was that the dog thing you had, his name's Trico.
Yeah.
And you would need to use him to solve puzzles, and you would have to tell him what to do. Mm-hmm. But half the time...
He would just, like, wander off.
He wouldn't listen to you.
Oh, okay.
So I would say, like, I could see, and as the player, I could say, okay, cool, here's this. I need to get up to this ledge, and I need to make him jump up there so I can climb him to get to that ledge. I see your puzzle. Thank you, developer. I picked up your cues, and I figured out what I need to do. But when I say, hey, Trico, jump, I put in that button command, he just looks at me and goes, and, like, turns around and walks away. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, I heard if you, like, didn't, like, talk to me, like, he would just, like, start, like, wandering off. And then you're like, wait, hold on,
and you're like,
well,
where'd you go? Yeah. And so then you could call him, and he'll run back to you and everything, and you're like, that's great. But you gotta hit the button, like, 5 times to get him, like, and then, like, he finally, like, will look at it and be like, oh, okay. And then it takes him, like, 12 seconds, like, after he's looked at it, you can tell the animation has started for him to go up, and it takes, like, 12 seconds before he, like, finally, like, looks at it, kind of walks back a little bit, runs up, and then jumps and gets up.
So it is almost like a PS2 game, but there was, like, that, like, input delay on
so it's, like, great, and like he's realistic. Like if I told Cooper to do something, it'd probably take a few times to get him to do it. You know?
Yeah.
Which like that's great, and for the sake of realism is wonderful, but at the same time it's a video game, and I'm not really playing it for realism. I'm playing it because I want to enjoy the video game.
Yeah.
So that was kind of annoying. But what was cool is, and it was either due to development, or it was due to a gameplay mechanic. But I felt that by the end of the game, he listened to you a lot better. Mm-hmm. That I would say like Trico jump, and it was R1 and triangle to make him jump, and I would hit that, and like he would do it on the first try, and it would work, and it was great. Like he would listen, like the last like half of the game, he would listen to you, and it was great, and the controls were really good, and like by this time, you know, you're used to.
So it was like all a learning curve.
So I wonder. So what it either was is that because the game was in development for so long, like they made the beginning and kind of left it there. And then, like, they kind of started kicking it into gear as the game, like, development went on.
Yeah.
You know? And then they made the controls better as the game went on, which is fine. And then, or they made it because you spend so much time with Trico that he learns your voice and he learns the command. So, like, when you get a dog on day one and you say, hey, dog, jump, and it doesn't, well, it doesn't know what jump means. But after you have it...
Ooh. I just failed. Whoops.
But after 2 years of you training the dog how to jump, you say jump and it will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I think maybe that was like a mechanic they were trying to do, and that would be really cool if that's legit. But I don't think it was. Yeah. I think it was more of like a, it just so happened that.
Yeah.
Or it could have totally all been in my head. It could have been just me thinking like,
well, I think it's like you just kind of got used to the fact that...
And that's what I'm saying, and that's probably totally what it could have been. It's just me being like, hey, you know, like I finally understand like the clunky controls and like the weirdness of it, and I finally like made it work after so long, you know? But yeah, that was really good, and finally beat it. And like I had I've been waiting. Some people have been waiting for Final Fantasy like the whole 10 years, and I kind of just got on the Final Fantasy wagon like maybe like a year or two ago, you know. But this game, I've been waiting. Like I have been waiting the full year. Like since I beat Shadow of the Colossus, I've been waiting for The Last Guardian. So,
yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people were super hyped.
Yeah,
for it,
so like every delay, like. Hit and I was like, oh fuck, like that shouldn't get delayed, whatever. And like Final Fantasy would get delayed, I'm like, whatever. Like I can wait. Like I can wait another 10 years to play Final Fantasy. Like it's fine. But yeah, so that's just kind of been that. And so yeah, Final Fantasy taking a lot of my PS4 time. Splatoon and Mario are like the Mario 3D like world game on Wii U. I've been taking them that time. But yeah, and then as far as movies or anything I've watched, like I told you, we went to go see Live by Night. And that was really good about Ben Affleck. Oh, but what I was going to did I tell you why I brought that up? So Ben Affleck's name in that movie is Joseph Coughlin.
Are you kidding me?
And I was cracking up. Yeah.
I
texted him and I'm like, hey, are you Irish? Because I didn't know if Joe was.
I think he is.
And he goes, yeah. He goes, I'm Irish and German. I was like, dude, like, I just saw this movie and Ben Affleck's name was Joseph Coughlin and he played an Irish mobster. And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, Coughlin's like an Irish name. I was like, oh, cool. And then he goes, I knew that. Me and Ben Affleck are the same person. And I was like, oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't know that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's cool. So that was really good. I liked it. A lot of people like shat on it and gave it really bad reviews, but I really liked it. But I also like not popular movies.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like movies that people say suck, I usually
would say you're a
little
bit more lenient on the ratings. Yes.
Like I like movies people say are really good, and I like movies that people say are bad. I just kind of like everything. And that's pretty much been that. That's what I've done lately.
I was gonna say the one thing I want to bring up about movies. So I know you and I love horror movies.
Yeah.
This new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Looks so good. Split?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I wanted to go see it, but I'm a little bit worried it might be another Forest, because it's a PG-13 movie.
See, I don't care. It would be another Forest.
Let's go on a Sunday.
Exactly. It would be Forest in the theaters.
Have we told that on camera? Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we did. We did like the day right after we saw it.
Oh, that's right. We were playing FIFA.
Yeah.
We told the story on FIFA. Okay, am I supposed to
jump? Okay. And then, yes, but no, that looks really good.
Okay, I'm glad you stepped
because he looks like that dude looks so fucked up. But who is that? That's
James McAvoy.
Yes, that's who it is. That's his name. I always forget his name.
Well,
but he was great in X-Men and everything.
I've always talked about wanting to see that movie. My dad's always like, "Wait, like who is that guy?" And we watched Wanted together. It's one of the most random movies my dad and I've ever watched together. And I'm like, another movie with the people curving the bullets and shit. And he was like, Yeah, and I was like, that's
him.
And he was like, oh, don't remember. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever, it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
no, I think
that looks really good.
Interesting.
And then the other
I'm
one,
just worried about it being an M. Night Shyamalan movie, though.
See, so I'm not that worried because The Visit was really good, and that was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and that was the one, the Christmas movie, where the kids go and visit their grandparents for Christmas.
That was freaky as fuck.
Did you watch it? Did you see it?
So, I love this show on YouTube called Everything, like, Cinema Sense, and they do, like, everything, they, like, point out, like, errors in movies and things, or things that they think is wrong.
Oh, is that the one where it's, like, 23 things wrong with whatever movie?
No, they do, like, they'll have, like, a lot more,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
But, one of the things was that, and I was just kind of, like, going through all of them, and they obviously spoil it, but I figured, oh, whatever, I'm going to go see this movie. And I remember watching that, and I was like, that movie looks freaky as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, my God, we went to go see that in the theaters, and it was, and, like...
And that twist wasn't so stupid.
No,
some of the twists
I didn't get that twist at all. And
this
is spoilers for that movie, but it's a 2-year-old movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But like they're not even the grandparents.
Yeah, that's
like they're not their grandparents.
Did they kill them?
No. Yeah, they did. And the kids. The thing is, the kids have never met the grandparents before.
Yeah.
So they didn't know. When they got off the plane, they didn't know who it was. And these were escaped convicts from like down the road. There was like a mental hospital down the road that had escaped convicts, and that's who these people were. So that's why Grandma's acting possessed. And that's why Grandma's chasing them and asking them to get in the oven and like all this super fucked up shit is because they're just escaped convicts from a psycho ward.
Yeah.
And like that's what they chose. Like they're not even the grandma because they asked and they said, hey, because they were Skyping their mom and they're like, hey, yeah, Grandma's being and they're like, that's not your grandma. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And like starting and I'm like, I did not see that coming, not even a little bit. So my thing with Split is, what is it gonna be?
That's gonna be a monster, I think. I mean, it's actually like a physical monster.
You think? Oh, see, I don't think
I'm worried about.
He doesn't. I really
don't.
He doesn't do a lot of that though. Science was Aliens.
Wasn't there like that? Not the Village or whatever. Wasn't
there was The Happening.
Yeah.
And The Happening wasn't a monster. The Happening was that it was something with the plants, and the plants were giving off a poison, and it was driving everybody crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And so, like, he's never been one for, like, monster movies or anything.
Alright, fair enough.
Except the movie that sucked he did Avatar The Last
Okay,
Airbender
that's
movie,
like, okay.
and that was garbage.
Yeah, I don't even know why he did that. That was like, why?
And he, like, totally made that crappy. And I think that's kind of where everybody's like, oh, yeah, this dude's career is, like, going down. And I know a lot of people didn't like The Happening or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Split, I want to know, because that's the thing about, like, even The Visit was that, like, the twist wasn't that obvious. Like,
well,
you didn't get that twist from the
whole thing is that, like, he has split personalities, but I'm like, but that's not the twist. They give that away.
Exactly, like, they tell you, like, the twist isn't going to be, like, oh, one of his personalities, like, calls the cops on himself.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, like, it's not going to be that. That's too,
it's way too obvious.
That's too obvious. You know, that's going to be way too much, like...
But I guess that's kind of part of the allure of M. Night Shyamalan movies, is to see
They've always had a twist, yeah. Because, like, Signs, and, like, the twist of Signs is that, like...
The water.
They were, yeah, you know?
That was kind of a shitty twist, but at the same time...
And it wasn't necessarily, like, a twist either, but it was, like, more like a solution to their problem, you know? Which is, like, whatever. Because that movie freaked really the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
that's the reason I can't watch alien movies. Any movies that deal with, like, aliens, like...
You love Alien.
I know. But Alien, for some reason, Alien and sci-fi is great. It's one of my favorite genres. But like alien movies, and I'll watch them, but they scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Signs literally ruined me for alien movies. Just totally traumatized me. But yeah, anytime there's like a movie called VHS, that's a horror movie, and it's all these different VHS tapes, and it's like 20-minute like episodes, I guess, is the movie. Of like these crazy like things happening, and so there's like the overarching story, and like the first one is like these kids break into this old man's house, and they find like this TV on, and all these VHS tapes are stacked next to it.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And so they watch one of them, and they all watch together, and then after they're done watching it, like one of the kids went missing, and they have no idea like where they went. And each story is like all kinds of like fucked up. One of them had to do with aliens. One of them was this girl was like a vampire, but she could like turn into a bat and like kidnap someone and like killed them, and it was like all these like super like fucked up like little stories, and it's a super cool idea, and you should definitely watch it. But like they were like the alien story in that was super freaky. But the thing is, it's all filmed because they're VHS tapes. They're all filmed like first person, like a handy cam. Yeah, like they're all filmed like that, and so that's super cool that it's like all these different stories. And like one of them that was really neat was a zombie, and it was a guy who was riding his bike through a park, and I don't know if he was attacked by a zombie or what happened, but he was riding his bike, and so he's wearing like a GoPro on his helmet. So it shows him riding, he's like riding over the dirt and all this stuff, and his bike falls over, and he falls over on it and passes out. And the camera's still rolling like, as he's dead.
Yeah.
And you just see like these joggers just like running past him. And then eventually like, he gets up, and you can tell he's a zombie. And so he starts chasing people. So it's like a zombie story from the perspective of the zombie.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just like, and like, that's never, like, no one's ever done that.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's always been, oh, how are the humans going to survive the zombie outbreak? Now it's, hey, this is the zombie side of it. And like, that's kind of cool. Like, you see the guy as a human transition into a zombie, and then like what the zombie does like all through his thing, and it shows him like walking through, and like he finds like a dead animal or something, and it shows him like eating the dead animal like from the camera's perspective, and then like, he like smells like a person and starts like chasing after people.
That's crazy.
And it's like and that's how in depth all of these different stories go, and it's called VHS, and I think there's 3 of them.
That sounds really good.
But it's super creepy. But yeah, with Split, there's got to be something. Like, like it's something not obvious. Like this is like their brother or something like that, you know. And then the other one is Bye Bye Man.
See, I'm like,
and I want to go see it, but Maggie will not go see it with me, and I might force her to, but because she does this thing where she goes swinging like at like different like parks and stuff like at night. And
I thought it was some other type of swing, and I was like, oh my.
Oh no, like a swing set, and she likes to go at night, like after she gets off work and stuff, because it just relaxes her, and work is stressful and everything. I'm like, whatever. So she goes, no. And a lot of them are near, like, parks, like, they have trees and stuff and woods. And so she's, like, the point is, like, that,
freak her out.
Yeah, that, like, he's from the woods. Like, that's where he goes. And, like, you can't think about him. You can't, like, talk about him. You can't say anything. Because if you think about him, he's, like, in your thoughts. And, like, it just gives him more power.
It's almost like Freddy Krueger almost.
And it's like that, and it's hardcore based off of Slender Man. Because it's all about the woods and, like, messing up
I was going to say that,
and it's all Slender. Like, this is, like, the Slender movie.
Okay.
And so...
Okay, now that I know that, maybe
cool.
It does look a little bit better.
Yeah, and so I'm like, that looks kind of cool. And, like, and I want to see it. And it's probably going to be super cheesy. And it's probably going to be super crappy. And I know it will be.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Because I love cheesy crappy.
Well, if you don't go see Split with her, let's go see it.
We will. We can go see it whenever. Because I don't care if I see it multiple times or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the movie.
Yes, for sure. We should plan to do it. Just what are you doing Thursday night?
Nothing.
Oh, I don't even know if it's out Thursday night yet. But whenever it's out, we should go see it. But yeah, so I'm excited. Movie-wise.
I'll say movie-wise, I'm like the same with you. Obviously, Rogue One was fantastic.
Yeah, Rogue One was amazing.
If you haven't seen that and you're living under a rock somehow,
right? You need to go see Rogue One. That was really good.
I don't even care if you don't like Star Wars. It's probably gonna be even better if you don't like Star Wars, because I feel like some Star Wars.
This didn't even feel like a Star Wars movie though.
That's why I liked it.
Yeah, like it was definitely Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
But it like didn't feel like a Star Wars movie, like with lightsabers and Jedi and flips and everything like that. But yeah, that was really good.
And then game-wise, I've been like so much more exciting. I mean, it's been like mostly Halo.
Which is good though. I'm glad you went back to Halo. I'm happy like you're still playing.
I love
it
Halo. I know. I'm totally back into it. And then the only interesting thing has been Deus Ex, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, that's good. I was happy that you brought that.
Then that was, I'm gonna bring up one last thing, then we'll sign off. But the idea. So I've never really been big on VR.
Yeah.
And it made me think about it, especially when you were talking about how Resident Evil is going to be in VR.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought one of the biggest things that I don't like about VR is the idea that, like, you're holding a controller still.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to, like, be sitting around my living room with a gun peripheral and all this other crap.
Right.
But I was thinking, if they ever made VR sort of, I know this is, like, impossible, but if they ever made it, like, to a degree of, like, The Matrix.
Yeah.
Where you, like, actually could go, like, full in depth in it.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Deus Ex would be such an incredible fucking game. I mean, you can say about any game.
I know. But that would be amazing.
But
Deus Ex would be one of the best because you have all the different augments and you
and
have all the different things and like talking to people.
Be like a super
that'd be so cool. Yeah. Me and my one buddy, he keeps talking about how like with VR, like he loves the idea of VR, but he goes, I can't wait till there's like full immersive.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And he goes, what you do? He's like, in your living room, you just set up this giant bubble in your living room. It's got a treadmill on the bottom.
Yeah.
And he's super into Destiny. He's like, could you imagine going and raiding, and your stamina bar, like your sprint bar, is only as long as you can run for.
Yeah, like there's like
Like if you can run like for 10 minutes straight, then your character will.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
like all that. Like your strength is only like, and he's like, I have no idea how they're gonna do it, but like your strength is only like as strong as you are. You know?
Yeah. No,
and like that'd be super cool. And I'm like, for some games, obviously, like that would be really cool. For other games, not so much.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
you know what I mean?
That might be cool, and all, but I think at the same time, I think I would the sprinting thing. That's cool. I like that idea. But I think for certain degrees, I wouldn't like that because I want to be the superhero.
Yeah, like so, like this, like Nathan Drake getting like super beat up. Like I wouldn't want to feel that. Like I wouldn't want to have to punch.
I think what it would have to do is like in a game when you get shot, your controller vibrates. It would be like that. Like
like the whole thing vibrates, right? Or like you have to wear like a certain like vest or something, and like wherever you get shot, it just goes like you know. You got shot.
Maybe that, but
like something because that's what they have now with like laser tag and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know where you got shot.
Yeah, that's like what
know?
it would be like a
like something like that, but like. Way more not like when if you get shot in the chest, like your chest piece vibrates, but like way more not like crazy as that because that's like super bulky and big, you know. But like obviously we're 10,000 years away from that, so
no. But I always thought
that would be super cool, and that's what he always talks about is like having like a fully immersive.
Yeah,
thing.
no, I completely.
And then I'm supposedly getting a VR soon.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
I do think Resident Evil will be pretty damn scary to play in VR.
I know, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. And what's great is that
if you do get a VR, I think
we will for sure. Because what's cool about it is that it also has the move wands, like from PS3.
That makes it a little bit better.
And that makes it work because we had the tech demo lady came into GameStop one day and set it up for people to try out.
I'm jealous, man.
And so I
like,
did.
The crazy crackhead from down the street. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't want your tech demo.
Right. I don't want. What is your tech demo? I don't want to try the heroin needle again. I don't like that one. But so she set it up. You know, she was there like every Saturday or whatever the day was. Whatever. Who cares? And so I had never tried VR before, and like obviously I was like at work and I was working, so I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like I'll try it eventually. And Bob was there, and he's like, no, go try it. Like he's like, I got the floor. Like we're super dense. Go try it. I'm like, okay. And he goes, how else are you gonna be more informed to like sell it to a customer if you don't know? I'm like, okay. So I do, and she goes, okay, I have this one, I have this one, this one.
I've never played.
Yeah, and she goes, okay, so I have all these different demos. What do you want to do? And I was like, Batman, like for sure.
Oh,
like I know, I have to do Batman. Like I need to know what it's like.
The Until Dawn one.
Until Dawn wasn't there. It was that. It was. It does. I don't think she had the Office one either. The job simulator.
Oh yeah.
I don't think she. But she had Rez, which is the shooting one.
And so like with the bugs and stuff.
Yeah, it's the one that's like
almost looks like Halo.
The racing, like it's hard to explain.
I think
because it's like the racing-ish one, but it's like still a first-person shooter. But you have like the mechs, and then there's Eve Valkyrie that's outer space shooting and it's space
incredible. That looks
and that's the one that everybody's like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like this is where VR is gonna be because the graphics are like top-notch. Like the controls really work. But that's the one everybody gets sick from.
I bet cause it's like
because that's when we have to like look around all over and like it feels like way too immersive and like so that's one that's like throwing people off.
Dude, I played the new Call of Duty. Have you beaten Infinite Warfare's campaign? Oh, you've played it, but
I've played it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was getting like kind of like where the fuck am I?
A lot of that's crazy. And so I of course did the Batman one, and it's like there was no like action or anything, and like there's no action in the whole game. The whole game is pretty much just the detective part of it, where you go and you have to like solve mysteries because you can't move.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, where with VR,
I think that
is that how do you control your movement? Like the flight stick in Eve is one thing, you know, because like you have your two sticks here, like flight sticks, you know. But with something like Batman, like how are you gonna like move him forward and then like. But forward, and then when you, like Uncharted, like you turn the camera this way and he walks this way, you know what I mean?
Well, and that's what I don't like with the controller. Because I think it takes away from the VR.
And so that's why a lot of games don't use that. A lot of games don't use the DualShock, they use the two move wands. So you're out here. Which works, because when you're Batman, the move wands are your gloves, and you see his arms moving. So I can go like this, and Batman will start doing that in the game. Like his gauntlets will move. And I'm like, that's really cool. And so it makes you like, go through the Batcave, and you have to play the piano, you have to play the code to unlock the thing. Alfred hands you a key, and you have to pick up the key.
That's cool.
And someone was telling me that they were playing it.
But again, I feel like, not to interrupt, but I feel like it's still just like at the tech demo stage.
And that's a lot of it.
And that's where motion play kind of died, because it was just like a bunch of tech demos.
Yeah, and see, this is what I think motion was leading up to, was VR. Yeah. Because I was so skeptical that, like, this is clearly not VR. Like, I clearly am watching a TV, and I can see all this around it. Literally, when you put the VR headset on, and it's on the right way, you cannot see anywhere. And, like, if the game was too much, I can look up and be like, oh, I see my wall, I see my ceiling, all that. Yeah. No, you look up, you see more game.
Yeah, more game.
You look down, there's more game. You look to the right, there's more game. Like, you can't escape it. Yeah. And I'm like, and then the motion control with that is really cool. that like I turn and like Batman will like turn that way. So like I can be not even looking at my TV and be like doing this, and I still see my character doing this.
And I think that's cool.
And that's really cool. And that's where I think motion control like really is gonna shine is with VR, and we just weren't there yet.
Yeah.
But so I'm doing the Batman one, and you gotta do the thing. And one guy told me, he's like, "Yeah, I was doing the Batman thing." And Alfred gives you a key so that you can unlock the piano to play it. And he goes, "I picked up the key from Alfred." He goes, and I threw it across the room. And he just goes, woof, and he let go of it. And he's like, "But Batman actually threw the key." So I had to spend the next 20 minutes walking around trying to find the key, trying to figure out where I threw it. He goes, "I threw it behind a plant."
Like,
and I was like, "Oh my
really
god!"
Funny.
And he's like, "I wonder if it'll let me throw it." So he just picks it up and he just throws the key, and it like flies across the room. And he's like, "Oh my god." I gotta go find it. He goes,
I could just see me playing like Resident Evil and just freaking out and just don't like throwing shit. Like, oh god.
Yeah, so that was just really fun. But excuse me. It was super cool.
Don't vomit.
Yeah, I know. It was super cool though because you had to like put on all the outfit. You had to put on the gauntlets, put on the helmet, like throw the batarangs and stuff, and all that was really cool. So VR, I think, is.
I think we're
good,
close, but not perfect.
And I think. And it's like anything technology.
Yeah.
Like the people who bought the iPhone 1, iPhone 1 was not that great.
Yeah.
iPhone 2 or whatever it was called, great. You know?
3G got better, the 4, the 5.
The 4, they always get better.
Yeah.
You know, the early adopters are always the ones who suffer.
Yeah.
So.
But that's why you buy in. That's why you want to be the first.
We have our day one PS4s. If we'd have waited until now to get a PS4 Slim or a Pro, it'd be quieter. It'd have better graphics. It would load games faster. Everything about it would be better. But we'd have waited.
Yeah, but we wanted
2 years.
Yeah, no,
3 years. You know what I mean? So because we bought it early, we got an inferior product, but we also got to use the product longer.
And I honestly, I think with us, we just want. I
wanted it. I wanted it day one. That's why I bought it. That's why I'm buying a Switch day one. Like, the only game coming out for it is Zelda.
I think you're gonna be.
But it's like, but I'm gonna be great because I'm obsessed with Zelda, and that's gonna be great. I can wait 4 months until Splatoon comes out, and I can wait until Mario comes out in December. Like, no problems with that. And that's what everybody's complaining about, and I'm like, just get over it. But with VR, it's the same way.
It's funny that you say that because I was thinking about the same thing, like with the Switch, and it's like everyone's always like, "Oh, the launch was second." Like, well, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. It's like
that's what video games do. Like the PS4's launch lineup sucked. What was it? It was Killzone and Knack.
Yeah, and Killzone was trash.
Right, like, and the story in that was fine.
Out, though. That's the reason why.
So FIFA was out, Call of Duty was out, Battlefield was out, whatever else was out. All the sports games were out, but it's like those were all available on last generation's console.
Oh, I know. And the
you know what I mean? There was what was new? What was new next gen?
Nothing.
Killzone and Knack.
Yeah.
Like, okay, calm down.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like everyone's like bitching about it. It's like, okay, then don't buy it.
Right.
You know, no one's forcing you to buy it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so with the Switch, and people are like, oh well, they should have just held on to the Switch, and they should have just waited until they had Mario ready and just launched it in November with Mario. And I'm like, okay, so you wait 7 months. So they take back the March date and they say, all right, hey, we're releasing the Switch in 7 months. We're going to release with Mario, and more people will buy it, whatever, you wait then. Or they release it now, everybody buys it, they figure out the bugs, they fix everything, and then Mario comes out in 7 months. What's the similarity here that you're still waiting 7 months to play Mario? Whether they release it now or they release it in 7 months, you still have to wait 7 months to play Mario. Yeah. So it's like, why not just get it now, get familiarized with the console, and
Zelda looks incredible.
And Zelda looks fucking mind-blowing. I cannot wait for it. It looks so good. And like, if you're not getting
to play
Zelda,
900?
No, it's 1080. 1080 for sure.
Yeah, I know.
1080 confirmed. But that's the thing, like, if you're not gonna play Zelda, then like you don't have to get one. And like Maggie's getting one, and she's like not the biggest Zelda fan. But there is other stuff that's coming out. Like, it's not literally just launching with Zelda. Like, the other stuff looks fun. Like, it looks like fun Nintendo games.
I completely agree with you.
I don't know. Everybody just needs to calm down. But yeah, with VR, like we're still in Gen 1. So like when Gen 2 VR comes out, it's going to be thinner, it's going to be less cords, it's going to work better, you're not going to get as sick, the motion transfer.
I think you will. I hope that's going to happen. I think everyone's going to get sick because it's going to be different. I mean, I think if you got in a spaceship right now and started flying around, I think everyone's going to get sick. But yeah, I know.
But like they're going to find a way to like make it not so bad.
Yeah.
You know, and that'll be VR, PSVR 2 or whatever they call it, or PSVR Duo or whatever. Yeah. So like when that comes out, there you go. Like, that's for the people who don't want VR now. You'll get it later when the technology works.
Yeah, like me. Like I probably wouldn't go out and get it right now because I don't think it's
because it's not like perfect right now,
I'm
which is fine.
I'm not freaking out and going, oh, this preacher shouldn't. No, I know
exactly.
I'm not gonna want it.
Right, like because who cares? So you'll wait, and I probably will if I end up not getting Gen 1 unit, then I'll just get one later.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, I'm fine with it. Like, I'm not
that
diehard
so,
VR fan, you know?
It's like,
so,
just enjoy it.
Right, like, just calm down. So, that's where I'm at. Gen 2 is always better than Gen 1 for everything, no matter what. You know, the PS4 Slim is better than the PS4, but I don't really care. Because I like my PS4.
Yeah, I got it.
And
I've been playing it for 2 years.
Exactly. Now. Like, I like all the years that I've had with it already, so...
I don't like the fact that it's like breaking already.
Right, but like, hey.
That's Sony's problem.
Yeah, so, I don't know, so that's where I'm at. But I like it, but yeah, VR is going to be fun, and Resident Evil is going to be super fun when that comes out in literally 1 week.
I'm dead on with you. Well, I think that's probably a good place to stop. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy this.
In the tunnel, yeah.
I kind of like this format, so I would like to maybe try to keep this and make this like a thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time we can talk for longer. And
right.
Because I know I wanted to talk about some stuff too, but like I said, it's...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying, like... And that's the thing, we don't have time. I mean, I could talk about video games for days.
Right, literally forever, so...
So, no.
But yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for watching this one.
Like I said, we're going to try to make this a thing.
A more common thing.
This is probably going to go on Scrub Central.
It'll go on either way. Probably not. I'd probably rather have it on yours for right now. We can transfer later. Okay. Just because yours is the more active. Everybody just heard that bag crackle. Oops.
Obviously. Games for Scrubs.
Yeah, this can go on Games for Scrubs for sure.
Well, it's good to have. It's good to have the OG Scrubs back.
I know. I love it.
Hopefully we can make some more content.
Good to be back. Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching.
Yep. Catch you in the next one.
Catch you on the next one.